Welcome to May 11th, 2026. The Singularity is deprecating its own knobs. OpenAI is winding down its fine-tuning API, giving customers until January 2027 to spin up new training jobs. The logic, as one observer notes, may be that as the largest models keep getting better at more things, adjusting their weights matters less. Sam Altman put it bluntly with a tongue-in-cheek AGI recoinage, joking that GPT 5.5 is a genius, not just a generalist. To track this profusion of ever larger minds, Cisco released its open-source model provenance kit, examining metadata and weights like a model genome to spot shared origins and tampering. Meanwhile, the harness is eating the model. Hermes Agent is now #1 on the global Open Router token rankings, passing OpenClaw by generating its own skills, while OpenClaw users handwrite theirs and lean on Opus for prompt injection safety. The Erdish backlog is going industrial. Standalone AI solutions to open Erdish problems are skyrocketing. The agents have learned to leave their desks. An OpenAI Codex mobile experience has been spotted, letting users keep working with Codex whenever their computer is awake. Codex is also learning to hustle. Told to go off and make me $5, it allegedly found an open-source security bounty, filed a legit PR, worked 22 hours across audits, and netted $16.88. The underlying silicon is sprinting too. AMD's ROCm stack has reportedly improved 75 times in the 14 days since DeepSeek V4, with only another approximately 7.5 times needed to catch NVIDIA's B200. The grid is struggling to keep pace. Maryland's Office of People's Counsel filed a FERC complaint over a $2 billion ratepayer tab for grid upgrades servicing out-of-state data centers, calling it a breach of the Ratepayer Protection Pledge. Microsoft and G42's $1 billion Kenyan geothermal data center has stalled over payment guarantees that Kenya's president says exceed national resources. The wires now run through war zones, with U.S. hyperscalers piping Gulf data center traffic out via fiber optic cables, and Iraqi Telecom has strung alongside crude oil pipelines. Even Fusion's supply chain is becoming AI infrastructure, with the industry driving high-temperature superconducting wire from 5,000 kilometers to 1.5 million kilometers over 15 years, and knock-on effects in transport, medical imaging, power, and data center design. The data centers are leaving the planet. SpaceX has filed a trademark for SpaceX AI, covering satellite-based data centers, orbital computing, and AI for managing space-based platforms. Starship V3 has been fully stacked for the first time, ready to lift orbital silicon. From there, algorithms may spot more company. Machine learning has just identified 10,000 new exoplanet candidates from TESS images, mostly around faint stars. Back on the ground, Utah's Hypercraft launched Razorback, an autonomous combat vehicle that carries 2,400 pounds, drives 280 miles on a charge, and exports 38 kilowatts to charge drones, run directed energy weapons, and sustain forward command posts, with no human on board. Superintelligence is making hidden agents shallow. Following the launch of the White House's historic Pursue initiative, Representative Burleson asked MIT Lincoln Lab to preserve a 1952 reel-to-reel tied to early federal UAP investigations. The Pentagon reportedly plans to release another 46 UAP videos next week, requested by Representative Luna, while Representative Burchett says the first Pursue drop was just the tip of the iceberg. The biosphere is in active repair. Great Lakes river otters are clawing back from the brink after decades of cross-border effort, and plants are joining the conversation. Plant seeds can sense the vibrations of falling raindrops and wake from dormancy in response. We're patching ourselves too. An MIT team released Fingers 7B, the first AI foundation model for Alzheimer's prevention, integrating lifestyle, clinical, genomic, and proteomic data from tens of thousands of at-risk individuals. The economy is being remade in AI's image. OpenAI and Anthropic are projected to end 2026 with combined ARR exceeding NVIDIA's revenue last year, as software is starting to compete with silicon. Alphabet briefly overtook NVIDIA in market cap, vindicating the once-doubted AI laggard. Capital is voting with its feet, with billionaire tax refugees flocking to Incline Village at Lake Tahoe, increasingly described as the nicest San Francisco neighborhood. Labor is reshuffling. Inside newsrooms, McClatchy journalists are withholding bylines from AI-spun articles. Women hold 83% of the 15 most AI-vulnerable jobs, despite being just 47% of the workforce. The surveilled and algorithmically managed work AI is automating away first. AI is now playing both sides of the security stack, with 40% of the 5,000 breaches experienced serviced last year being AI-powered. But even Tehran's record 70-day internet blackout can't slow the world's compounding. Compounding. The only constant is compounding.